Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and we're doing something a little different today. So recently you may have seen this thing going around where people are making their own tier lists for stuff. I've seen people do this for The Sims, I've seen people do this for Sonic games and other stuff. So you can do this through this website called tiermaker.com. So I will leave a link to that in the video description below, as well as the link to this specific template. This is actually the second one of these that I'm recording because I recorded a Sims 3 one for Throwback Thursday, so I don't know if you're going to see this one first or that one, but yeah, I'll just explain in both just in case. So yeah, you got these templates here, and Fabizona, or Fabixona, I'm not sure how to say that name, but yeah, that person made this specific one for some of the Sims related ones. She's made the Sims 3 one too. And this one is going to focus on ranking all of the packs for The Sims 4. Expansion packs, game packs, and stuff packs. And I did change these up a little bit because for some reason, like, the more negative tiers have green and then the more positive ones have red by default. So if you click on the gears, you can like change all of these, the colors and the label names, and you can add more rows or delete ones if you want to do that. And you can also like rearrange the order if you want to. So yeah, I put actually amazing at the top, and by default this one actually has my first pet tier, but I just changed it to WTF because yeah, I think there's definitely more than one pack that is deserving of a WTF rating. But yeah, I guess that's all I really need to explain. It's pretty simple. You just like drag and drop them, and yeah, there you go. And yeah, just keep in mind that these are my opinions. What the heck? Why can't I move this back to the front? Oh well. But yeah, keep in mind that these are my opinions. These are not facts. So like, I know some people are going to get upset at the way I rank some of these packs anyways, but I'm just going to say that because that's the truth. I'm not saying facts here. These are my opinions. So, alright, we're going to start off with the expansion packs in chronological order. So, I'm going to put Get to Work at a meh. And I actually did do this on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, but some of the rankings might end up a little bit different compared to what I did back then. So yeah, this might not be completely spoil free if you saw that tweet back then. But I did want to do this in video form. So Get to Work is like, yeah, I think it was a decent first expansion pack. Just doesn't really hold up to the later ones in my opinion. But not the worst expansion pack. This is probably a lot of people's worst expansion pack, but not mine. I think it was still pretty decent. I remember there was so much demand for Open for Business at the time, and we finally got Get to Work. Because I remember with Midnight Hollow and The Sims 3, I talk about it in that like rankings video, but yeah, that was really underwhelming for me. So Get to Work still did the Open for Business thing better than Midnight Hollow, but not as good as The Sims 2. Alright, Get Together. Wait, it doesn't want me to put it under bad. There we go. Oh boy, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that now, but I do remember when this expansion pack was going to come out, like a lot of people did not like this pack, and yeah, I just feel like this is kind of like a game pack that they priced at $40. I feel like the only way they justify Get Together being the full price of an expansion pack is that Windenburg is just like one of the biggest worlds in the whole game, so or even maybe even the biggest if you like consider it like against other packs, because like San Myshuno has a lot of lots, but only if you count the apartments as individual lots. But alright, let's move on to City Living. Yeah, this is kind of a tough one because it's like either nice or great. I still think it was a decent pack, but I feel like there should have been more customization, and we waited like a whole year for that pack, and it's just like, yeah, maybe. And I do like the diversity that this pack introduced, so it's just like, frick, man. I wish I could put it like halfway between nice and great. Otherwise, I would place it there. And I really wish we could place apartments in other worlds. I guess I'll just put it at nice, at the highest possible position for that. Alright, so Cats and Dogs. This one for sure. Definitely great, but not actually amazing. Because, yeah, we should have had my first pet stuff in Cats and Dogs, and Yeah. Still a great pack, though. I love Brindleton Bay to death, and I like the ability to actually own a vet clinic instead of it just being like a rabbit hole or something. And yeah, the cats and dogs look pretty cute. I like that there's foxes and raccoons in it. And yeah, still a pretty decent pack in my opinion. I just wish we could also control the pets without mods. Alright, seasons. Actually amazing. Definitely. No, not nice. What is going on with this? This is so weird this time. I was not doing that with my Sims 3 one, but yeah, without a doubt, actually amazing. Best pack for The Sims 4 so far, in my opinion. Oh my gosh, like, even though there were some shortcomings, like deep snow not being the thing, and hail not being there either, and like some other things here and there, I still think overall this was a really impressive pack, and just really refreshed the game for me. And yeah, I just love Seasons so much. Alright, so Get Famous. I would also put this at a great... What is happening with this thing? I don't know. No, it's not a meh. It is better than that. Alright, it's a great. So, yeah, I remember I was not impressed when I first saw, like, the announced trailer. I remember I also had, like, the same opinion of that as Get Together, where I was like, are they charging, like, $40 for what's basically a game pack? But then once I actually got my hands on it, I appreciate it a lot more. And, yeah, I think overall this is a good pack. It's just mainly Del Sol Valley, where it's just, like, it really fell short. Wow, that world was way too small, especially for something based on a big city like Los Angeles. It did not make sense. But, okay, so, wow, we're already done with all the expansion packs. Because I think it took me longer to get through the Sims 3 ones, but, alright, the game packs. Outdoor Treat. I would definitely put this at a nice. I think pretty much all of the game packs would be at a nice, except for Spade. That one will go under meh, even though I don't think it's bad, but it's just like, yeah, compared to the later game packs, I don't think it holds up. Yeah, I like Outdoor Treat a lot more than most people, because I really like that vacation spot Granite Falls, and I love outdoor furniture in The Sims, and yeah, it's like a nice place to just have a little getaway. Dine Out I would probably put at a nice as well. It's a little buggy, but I still feel like it's somewhat of an essential pack because it's like restaurants. Yeah, I really love having restaurants in like as many of my worlds as I possibly can. And yeah, I just wish it had like its own like Magnolia Promenade sized world, and I wished it had the nectar making skill. I think that would be like a really great opportunity to have that come back. So yeah, maybe if it had that stuff, it would have gone into gray, but yeah, it's gonna have to sit at a nice. Vampires though, this one goes in actually amazing, for sure. Yes, like, that was such a well done pack in my opinion, and I really love the occults. Because, like, I love having occults in The Sims for just, like, that sort of change of pace. And I think Vampires really proved that occults could be more than just, like, Sims with just, like, a few extra benefits and drawbacks. So, yeah, I think Vampires did really well, and I really hope they do at least, like, one more occult pack in this format. Because, yeah, I think this was a hit. And, yeah, definitely my favorite game pack so far. And Parenthood would actually come in a pretty close second. I think this would actually be most people's favorite game pack, and yeah, I mean, Parenthood, I feel like I don't need to explain this one too much, but I love playing as families in The Sims, and I think I was actually a bit more impressed with this than The Sims 3 Generations. I feel like this one was less of a gap filler, more of actually like introducing more stuff, like with the character value system and that sort of stuff, and the school projects, the after-school projects were nice as well. Yeah, I think that was just a really, really amazing pack. I hope we could get, like, maybe another family-themed sort of pack in the future, but Parenthood was still really good. Alright, Jungle Adventure. I would put this in great. If it just let me put it in there. Hello, no, it's not actually amazing. I would not give it that much praise, but I still liked it. I still liked it a lot. It was not what I was expecting, but, yeah, I still like the jungle setting. Is pretty different from what we normally get with vacation packs in The Sims, and I like the cultural aspect of this pack too, and the sort of like World Adventures light thing wasn't well, I mean, it was well done, I guess, but it's like not as well done as World Adventures was with the tombs and that sort of stuff. I was more impressed with the tombs in The Sims 3 than what we got in Jungle Adventure, but still, overall, a pretty nice pack, and I do like how it has a bit more replay value because you can't explore every single area of the jungle when you first go there. Like, it depends, because some areas are blocked off and some aren't, so yeah, it's nice. It's not completely one and done in that way. Alright, Strangerville. This one would definitely go under great. I like this more than Jungle Adventure. So Strangerville is kind of an interesting one. You either really love this one or you'll probably really hate it. But I really like the story aspect because I feel like The Sims 4 was kind of lacking in that aspect. I did like a full video recently on my opinions on Strangerville, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. But yeah, I think almost everything was done well. The laptops were a disappointment to me, but yeah, I love the world, I love the clothes, I love the furniture, I love how the story turned out, especially like towards the end. It gets pretty epic, and yeah, awesome pack in my opinion, and I'd love to see more aspects of like a story thing in future packs, even if it's not like the full focus of it. Alright, here we go, the stuff facts. So here's our first WTF one, Luxury Party Stuff. This is my least favorite pack overall for The Sims 4 as well, and yeah, I think this one was just a flop, even for like the first stuff pack. I just like, not impressed. Yeah, I use some of the Creative Sim items sometimes, but other than that, I like never use it. Never. Perfect Patio Stuff. So this one, I think I would actually put in the bad tier, probably, because hot tubs I think we should have had in the base game. I don't know why they started doing this. Like, ever since The Sims 3, we don't get hot tubs in the base game anymore. And it's just like, why? It's like a staple object of the Sims series, and I think it's still like a fairly basic thing. It's not like Pets where it's like, okay, understandably it's gonna take a lot of extra effort to get like the routing and all the logic done for like cats and dogs, but it's just like, yeah. With The Sims 5, I hope they can start including hot tubs in the base game again. Well, I mean, at least with The Sims 4, they did include the pianos in the base game, because Sims 3 did not do that. We didn't get those until late night. Cool Kitchen. This also goes under WTF, but I would say this is... Why isn't it letting me put it... I don't know why it's not letting me rearrange it, because I would definitely put Cool Kitchen above Luxury Party Stuff. Oh, there we go, now I got it. I don't know why this one's so glitchy, but yeah, Cool Kitchen, it's like... I feel like this pack has a bit of an identity crisis, because it's like, it has some cool, but not enough kitchen, because it doesn't have that much actual kitchen items, and then there's like all these Creative Sim items, and it's like, it's just like, it's like one of those packs where it's like, okay, yeah, we definitely need more kitchen counters and that sort of thing, but then it's like, yeah, it still leaves us wanting more. So yeah, not too good in that aspect. But the one thing I will give a lot of praise for with this stuff pack is the ice cream. That's definitely the best damn ice cream we've ever had in The Sims, with like all the different flavors there are, and then all the different toppings combinations you can have. Like, yeah, that was really well done. Okay, so spooky stuff. This is kind of an interesting one. This is a pack that has grown on me because of Seasons. Before Seasons, this probably would have gone under meh, but now I'll put it under nice, because yeah, like the costumes, I think, are really nice and very well detailed, and it's not something that I see done too well with custom content, to be honest, because, yeah, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of custom content costumes don't really fit with the game as well as, like, the Maxis ones do, and, I mean, the Green Llama character would not exist without this stuff pack because of the superhero llama outfits, and, yeah, there's, like... It still has some room for improvement, though, because I wish the pumpkins were harvestables like they were in The Sims 3, instead of them just being confined to the carving bench. But, yeah, still a little bit better now that we have Seasons, so there's more actual use for it. Alright, so movie hangout stuff. This was the first stuff pack, I think, that I was genuinely impressed with The Sims 4, and I would still put it under grades. I use this stuff pack a lot. I have my Sims watch the movies pretty often. I love the bohemian clothing. I don't use the objects as much, but I still really like them when I get to use them, and yeah, overall, pretty solid stuff pack, I think, even today. Romantic Garden, though, that would be like the complete opposite. I would put this under bad because I really don't get much use out of this one. I think I might put this above Perfect Patio, though, because, yeah, I mean, we have the Wishing Well, and I feel like that's not really a base game object. That is something you can just optionally get in a pack, and that just makes sense. But, yeah, I don't get to use those that often, and same with the Fountain. It's just like, yeah, it's not stuff I use that much. And then I don't really use much of the other stuff. I use, like, there's that one long hairstyle that I really love from that stuff pack, and some of the clothing that also fits under formal wear I like, but overall it's just like, not really feeling it compared to some of the other stuff packs. And hey, actually, Kids Room stuff, that's the next one, and I absolutely love this one. This is my favorite stuff pack in the entire history of the Sims franchise. Like, yes, I mean, I love Pokemon, so I was bound to love the whole Void Critter aspect. I was not expecting that to be in The Sims, and I absolutely love it. And, yeah, it almost feels like a game pack with this stuff pack. Like, it is actually surprisingly in-depth, especially with the Void Critters and the types advantages and disadvantages with the battling, and the Puppet Theater does not get enough love. It really doesn't, but that was like another really solid gameplay object that I think is really entertaining. And I love the objects and the clothing too, and they went for this more preteen sort of aspect compared to the kitty furniture that they had in the base game. So yeah, what a great stuff pack. If only all stuff packs could be as great as this one, then maybe I'd actually approve of the existence of stuff packs. But yeah, that's not how it is. Alright, backyard stuff. I think I will put this at a nice, because I really like the stuff that's in there, but I feel like it just wasn't done as well as it should have been, because, like, the birds, like, I love the bird feeder, but then, like, the bird animations are really weird, and then, the water slide I don't get to use that much, even though it is a fun object, and, well, the wind chimes I actually use a decent amount, and then, the drinks I use a decent amount too, like the citrus swig and the lemonade and the iced tea, and oh man, like the objects and the clothing items, those are like some of the most colorful objects, and I really like them a lot. They're like colorful, but to the point where they still kind of fit in, and they have color swatches that are more like toned down too. So I think it's still a solid stuff pack, but just not as impressive as like a couple of the other ones. Vintage glamour stuff. This one, I think, I guess if I used, if like I played as Rich Sims a lot more often, it would be higher, but no, like it's not. And I don't feel like the gameplay objects are all that impressive either. Like the vanity table, it's like, okay, it's like create a sim in live mode slightly, but just kind of weird. And I don't know. I guess if I could have like a tier between meh and bad, I would place Vintage Glamour in there, but since there isn't, I'm going to place it in bad. But I would place this above the other stuff packs, so yeah, I wish I could move these over better. Man, I swear it's not usually like this, but yeah, I would say Vintage Glamour stuff is the best out of the bad ones. But, alright, fitness stuff. Oh boy, I'm going to catch a lot of heat for this one, but I would definitely put this under great, because I really needed this stuff pack. Because a lot of my Sims are athletic, and I was really getting tired of the same clothing items. Even with Spa Day installed, it was just like, it was repeating so much. And even with custom content, there just wasn't that much variety out there at the time. And then fitness stuff was just like a huge breath of fresh air. And I actually like the rock climbing treadmill. It's not something that you use every day, of course, but I don't think that's the point of that object. It's like one of those objects where when you do use it, then it's actually kind of fun. And yeah, there's some fun stuff in there, like kind of just like competing against the neighborhood to get the highest score, and how your Sims can like even catch on fire, and like the the riskier routines and that sort of stuff. And I like the earbuds, even though those text where it's like, you want free earbuds, is annoying. But yeah, the earbuds are just like one of those basic objects that I feel like should be in the game. And the workout videos, those are really handy because they're on the TV. So if you can't afford the workout equipment, or you can't fit them in your house, then it's just like, oh, there you go. Those will help you out in a pinch. But okay, let's move on to bowling night stuff. Oh man, this is another WTF one, because just like, I wish I could move this one, but With Bowling Night stuff, it's just like... I wanted bowling pretty badly, but I don't think this justified a whole stuff pack. It really didn't. Maybe if they had done like the Sims 4 date night stuff, where they had also like a claw machine and another like arcade machine that was different from the one we got in Get Together and stuff like that, maybe then it would have been a lot better, but it's just like, oh, it's just bowling. I do like the mid-century objects though. I really like that theme in The Sims. But alright, toddler stuff. This, I think I will... Yeah, I'll put it at a nice. I mean, yeah, the ball pit. But they fixed it. They fixed the graphics of that. And once you get past the ball pit, I think there's some decent stuff in there. Like the slide. I like the toddler slide, even though it's only for toddlers. But, and then some of the clothing items I think are really nice. So, yeah, it's a nice stuff pack. Not the best one, but yeah, I think it was still okay. Laundry day stuff. This one definitely goes in actually amazing if it would just, let me place it there. Oh my gosh. There we go. So, laundry day stuff. I've already talked about this one so much, but yeah, this was the community voted stuff pack, and I think it turned out pretty well, even though I really wanted off the grid more than laundry. But yeah, I really love the rustic theme of the furniture. Like, yes. Almost feels like it kind of goes with outdoor treat, and I think the laundry was done a lot better than it was in The Sims 3, especially like in The Sims 3, if you decide to opt into the laundry system, you basically have to place hampers in every room. If you don't, then your sim might like change clothes and then the clothes will just be on the floor because there's no laundry hamper in the room. But then in The Sims 4, the laundry hampers are a lot smarter. They just suck the clothes in, and you don't need so many laundry hampers all around the house in rooms that normally don't even have one. So yeah, that was really great too. And I really liked that they put in the wash tub because that was basically my consolation prize for Off the Grid not winning. Yeah, and it wasn't in The Sims 3 either, so it was like a nice new sort of object, even though it was a theme that we've had before. And last, but one of the least for sure, is my first pet stuff. Man, do I really need to explain this one? I hope not. Because, yeah, geez Louise, this pack was such a disappointment. The only pack I would consider worse than this, and like maybe the whole franchise, is Katy Perry Sweet Treats. Yeah, there we go. There's my tier list for The Sims 4 and all of the packs released so far as of May 2019. So hopefully this template will get updated in the future, like once all of the packs are done for The Sims 4 and released. But yeah, this was fun to revisit, even though I actually did do this once already. But feel free to let me know in the comment section below how you'd rate all of these packs in like a tier list. And yeah, just be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!